What's going on, movers and groovers? Today we are reacting to XODIAC Calling, requested by Treesale. Give them some love in the comments for the requests, and if you've got requests, head on over to the Patreon where you'll get early access to content like this, Patreon exclusives, and an opportunity to put in a request for me to react to your favorite artist. If it's your first time watching, here's the format. The first part of the video, I just do a general reaction to the video, no pauses, just me watching, commenting, and enjoying the video. Part 2 of the video is me analyzing the details of the choreography and sharing my thoughts of what makes this choreography so good and fun to watch. So what qualifies me to run my mouth? I've been dancing for over 25 years, choreographing, directing, and teaching for about 20. Been dancing since I was 8, started competing in high school, co-founded a competitive dance company called Family Business back in 2004, toured with a professional hip-hop dance theater company called Antics, danced with artists such as Dalwin, Jonathan Varay, Casey and the Sunshine Band, and Kool and the Gang, performed for events such as the opening for Universal Studios Nintendo Land, Universal Studios City Walks Exhibition, Choreographers Carnival, World of Dance, Hip Hop International, produced and sold out a show with my dance company, and I currently direct a dance entertainment company called Temper Tantrum. Make sure you guys go check out their channel because they do reactions too. And again, I'm not a K-pop stan, I'm simply a dancer that appreciates the level of difficulty that a lot of these artists are putting into their choreography. And with that, let's head on over to the video. Love how they start, like they immediately went for the start off with a nice strong dynamic, hook your attention. I like what he's wearing. It's like tuxedo mask. B-boy tuxedo mask. Wow. Nice ripple, nice levels. Nice musicality. Oh, it's tuxedo mask collaborating with Castiel. Kind of. Nice. Ooh. Ha 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 ha. That feels very Michael Jackson-esque. Nice. Nice. Oh. Nice. Nice. This the flooring. The floor. Love this chorus choreography. It's very big shapes, a lot of fun. Nice. Love how they switched how they use I'm gonna say that Michael Jackson kind of step happening. Nice travel. Yeah, I like how he added that movement with the coat and made it so much bigger. Wonder if there's supposed to be a phone on that. Whoa, who's killing that while doing this choreography? God damn, dude. Lung capacity. So here's a case of like, there's two people wearing red, and if it's not symmetrical in terms of placement, you can there's definitely a visual asymmetry, even if the formation is even. I kind of wish that everyone had a coat, because there's that moment, it just has it again adds a little extra size in the shapes. First impressions, I think this is the first time I'm seeing them. I could be wrong, but love this, like love the track the chorus choreography, very big, nice, clean shapes, very groovy. The wardrobe, like I loved the clean, elegant wardrobe that they were wearing. The thing that stood out to me was obviously the reds. There's two reds, obviously making it a little even, but unless it was like it was nice and evenly spaced, like they're supposed to be outside equally or close in, it would be like it helps in terms of the visual, like in terms of color theory. It would help in terms of the balance. But if sometimes they were here or sometimes here, that's a thing that I noticed. There's nothing wrong with it, just some things I noticed. Yeah, that's it. The energy felt, what do you call it, consistent throughout, almost up to the point where it just felt the same. And what broke it apart and made it different was the rapping, because I think some K-pop songs, it's all of a sudden they switch up genres and vibes between songs. So this one, they kept it, at least from what I'm remembering right now, like the same vibe throughout the whole thing. There is this one pseudo trick that they have where the guy jumps over. Even something simple as that can still be taxing, because you're using your legs, your largest muscle group, and kind of exerting more energy. So but yeah, that's it. Yo, hope you're enjoying the video so far. If you're liking videos here and want to get early access to it, or even get exclusive access to content I react to, like Road to Kingdom and other content that probably gets blocked on YouTube, make sure to check out my Patreon. If you've got an artist, song, or any particular request you want me to react to, I have a special tier for that too. Missed out on my stream? It'll be up there as well. So if you want early and exclusive content around this channel or opportunity for requests, make sure to check out the Patreon. See you guys there. Right off the bat, they already have a pretty cool pose, but they start off with a dynamic right when the beat drops. And the beginning of the song feels very clandestine. It feels like I'm like in the middle of a 007 sneaking mission, but instead of trying to sneak in, I'm deciding to dance. So again, hooking your attention, first 3 seconds, dynamics of like changing directions and looking, and then very fast musicality. That hopefully that illustrates the musicality. So that boom, or they're deciding to try to sneak into Disney, It's a Small World or something. See the quick fast motions, our eyes are naturally going to be drawn to that. I think the downside here in the bottom is that they have in the LEDs is that they have red, which is a very hot color. I think it kind of works because these guys are wearing neutral colors, but the thing is they have like this fence texture that they got happening here, so it looks like they are trying to break into Disneyland or something. But we have dark colors here, so they're kind of blending in, and then obviously white. So we got a lot of neutrals with the white and black, but being that dark backdrop, these guys are blending in, kind of blending in. White being one of the loudest, but also one of the louder colors, but red definitely. Oh yeah, white in this case drawing more attention, because I know there's the backdrop changes color, because there's so much red, it's drowning out these guys' red, and this one's like the one that's standing out. So as you can see, like how like wardrobe and the backdrop can either enhance it or distract it. There's many ways the whole thing can affect each other, because I know later on it's a completely different color like this. Now we have darks. These guys are still blending in. Looks like looks like this guy doesn't even have, he has a floating hand and just a torso, but then this guy is now the main attention because everything is a cooler color. So yeah, those are just things that I take into consideration when it comes to like the wardrobe. Again, I'm not the best at wardrobe with my company. There's someone else. There's 2 other people that do that much better, but I'm simply sharing like color theory here. So great way to hook the audience with with musicality and dynamics, and then a great to introduce the group. Now we have like a moment of connection. Look at this. Look at this. Sup? Like a nice hero. Nice acknowledgement from the heroes. Nice little way to hide them away before, like they do a very mini curtain reveal here. Boom. And then bam, they let them charge. Simple, clean choreography, nothing too like mind-blowing in terms of texture changes, but it's nice, clean, big shapes in the choreography. Simple ripple right there. I wonder how tight this jacket was. You can see how clear the levels are up here. So like you see how much he brings that shoulder up and shoulder, and still you can see the levels here. Okay, this one, for some reason, he went down the same as the others. So I wonder if it was like a wardrobe thing, that it was like a little too hard to move in the shoulders, that he actually had to, or he just decided, he just by accident went lower than he should have. But yeah, the level on that part just kind of got lost. This is an example of like where the red, and like again, well, I didn't say it in this video, but the more varied individual, what do you call it, performers have in terms of their wardrobe, the slightly messier it can get or can draw attention. In this one, we have an obvious theme of suits. There's a sense of elegance. The thing is now it's now a matter of like visual imbalance or balance because of attention. So if we've got all these cool colors, our eyes are automatically going to be drawn to the red. And if we go back to the red backdrop, our eyes are going to be drawn to the whites, simply because it's of the surrounding backdrop. So this kind of helps in terms of the shape. It helps show their silhouette when it comes to dancing. But now we have this visual imbalance right here. But yeah, so that's where and there's no right or wrong in terms of like approaching the wardrobe, as long as at the end of the day you put on one hell of a show, the crowd loves it, the performers are proud of it. There's no right or wrong. But these are just things I'm noticing and I'm sharing, and take what you will with the information, because you could still, I've seen people do crazy patterns and everyone's wearing something different and still look amazingly clean. But it's more like, how do you want to approach what you put on stage? It's not just the choreography, it's if you have the control, like the wardrobe, and if you have even more control, how the lighting is. So this part right here, simple, not okay. This backdrop makes me feel right here, definitely makes me feel like I'm watching Across the Spider-Verse, because it's upside down. Boom, this jump right here, it's a pretty good jump. Like he's literally over his back. Nice wide stance to be a nice strong base, land, and he goes straight into singing. So props to that. I see what they're going for, because they're going for like a last minute boom surprise. But you see him still running, and then boom. Still, like, it's good timing. Like for me to really hit those things, those last minute surprises, the timing has to be so precise. Otherwise, it's too early or you hit the guy. But it's still a nice dynamic, because he goes right into singing. That's the move. Yeah, so nice, clean, big silhouettes through this choreography. Boom, nice reach, open, big. So nice, groovy. This part just reminds me of that one meme of like Michael Jackson just hitting his foot on the floor like for 10 seconds. Oof, nice sequence. Nice like lean and like milking that moment. 1, 2, boom. Great shapes, man. Ah, I see what they're doing. Got it. Clever use of the code to like boom, then he hides, and then he transforms because he's a shapeshifter. Woo! That footwork. This twist, shift, boom, boom, a little bit. It's almost like a little bit of a twisto flex, and then fuck, what is that move? Like a something walk. It's not a camel walk. It's kind of like a camel walk. Ooh, I will love you as you are, even if something something. I love how fast they pick I love the choice of musicality where they decide to hit each part of the words, da da da, and then slows it down, da 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 da. Bah. That's a great example of showing off like the different choices you can with musicality. Because if there's a 1E and a 2, you can go 1E and a 2 and then try to hit everything, or you can go 1E and a 2, one sweeping motion for that musicality, and again it still works. Obviously, it's the choreographer's choice, but it just gives a different sense of energy with it, and I just loved that, and especially with this kind of like tricky like little twisto flex they got going on here. Da 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 da. But love that because it's like like taking your time, because it's very easy, especially for some young freestylers and this is me when I was younger too, like for freestylers or dancers to want to try to hit everything really fast, show off the crazy musicality. But sometimes slowing down shows the good musicality because it shows that you can ride the beat and it's not the music riding you. I like that they through every time he was about to come back, they do a little bit, some sort of interesting dynamic. So for here, he's going for a clothesline, but he decides to go under and back to the ropes and does a Hurricane Rana. A very trippy background too once you go into the chorus choreography. So yeah, I like how they do that every time. Yeah, very clean shapes. I mean, that's all I really have to say about a lot of the choreography. So I like this here where they do the stomping motion, but they changed it up to be more of a pickup and giving a moment to one of the singers, and then nice levels and nice play with the musicality with is that the guitar? I can't tell, but they strum that look nice strong head looks, and you'd be surprised how many dancers that like still like when asking for a head look they do like look down, they do this, or they use their eyes, or they just use their chin like look down, or if they look right they do like a little bit or because some like this full crazy range of motion is not natural for some or at all, because we're not always naturally looking for all the way to the right, but because most of the time we just look this way. It's not a whole lot. But if you want something like, again, dancing big, you have to exaggerate. So if I want to do like a very sharp head look, like looking at the main camera right now, it can't just be that. Technically, I looked right, but if I want to make a strong head look, I have to I have to push it just a little bit more. Let's see, but So this is where, for me, it felt like a little unsatisfying in terms of the coats. We got two guys, one guy with a big coat, one guy, everyone else with blazers, three grabbing it, one not. I don't know if he was supposed to or not, or if he missed grabbing. No, he did not grab it. Because you get this nice motion. Boom, throw it back. But notice the difference. Boom, that extra, look at that overlapping action from the big coat versus the small ones. And not so much here. Obvious reasons because he didn't grab it. So this is where something like I would have liked if I was a performer, I would have liked clarity. Like, am I holding this coat? Am I not? Because this thing happened. And for me, honestly, like this moment right here is probably the reason I would have wanted everyone to be wearing a bigger coat. Nice level changes here, or nice use of the levels here. Boom. And good use of making sure that there's no contact, because no eye contact from everyone else, and so that way it gives him focus. So it's a lot of nice ways of bringing attention to where you want them to be, where you want the audience to look, and all the other performers are there. So low level, looking away. Nice. And then here, same thing with this stop, but now it's a pick up. Yeah, I love that. And it's clever because it's economical, because you're not having to learn new material. It's a new approach to something familiar. Nice groove. This is a very vibey, chill, groovy track, man. And yeah, that's it. So fun track, very chill, great track to do sneaking missions with.